It's Abide With Me is a very popular hymn, and people who enjoy hymn singing and feel the natural spiritual awareness would enjoy that all completely. And that was a wonderful rendering. And when you look out at sea there, it is very, very dangerous. He says a lot of high currents, a lot of danger there. And more people should also realize that life is like that. And not only are sailors get into trouble, and if you've been a sailor on the sea like I have, in small boats, yachts and that sort of thing, and you get into storms, you suddenly realize how powerful the sea is. It is absolutely immensely powerful, and your boat is so small. And your other problem is that life is very much like that as well. You are the boat in a storm, and quite often things are going on around you, and you need comfort, you need understanding. And too many people do not get that understanding because they don't attempt to find it. And in my life, I've seen people commit suicide. I've seen people hit the bottle, get drunk, go onto drugs, drive, do all sorts of weird things in their lives, and become depressed and completely lose it. That's because they get to a point in their life, and maybe there's a death in the family, a bereavement, something actually happens, business goes down, and because they don't have a personal foundation on anything, they don't understand why they're here. And quite often I've had a lot of people say to me, why are we here, what's it all about, and that is only because they haven't studied the Word and understand what Yahweh says about that. And it's a very important thing that people do understand who they are, what they're doing here, etc. But certainly a lot of the churches, in my experience, are not talking about this, and they're not telling people exactly what it's about. But we have a website up here, and this website is only there because of YouTube. YouTube has got some excellent material which we have captured over a period of time, excellent stuff that I feel is very pertinent to this. And some real experts like Don Patton and quite a lot of other people who have dug in the earth in the heat to find things out and bring things to you. And I want to bring those people to you. So, I'm going to say to you, I'm not going to keep on talking here. When you visit the website there, then you can find all this stuff that, excellent organization like YouTube has provided a free service. And it's an astounding thing. When I was young, the best thing we had was a radio, and today we've got these computers, and we've got all this fantastic information. And some of the stuff I can sit watching for hours, far better than television, because it's reality, absolute reality we see. We've got people with cameras and telephones are taking photographs of all sorts of things, and that is a sign of the end time. Because out of all the signs, most of the churches, when they give the 7 signs of the end time, the one sign they forget, which is the biggest sign of this age, that is the fact that there's 100 million cameras out there, and a lot of them are connected to the internet. A lot of them are connected through computers and computer cameras and of course television as well. But they're on a smaller degree than the cameras on these phones that can be shot around the earth so quickly. I mean, what struck me about 2 or 3 years ago was that Qantas aircraft that got into trouble, and the man was doing photographs in real time inside the aircraft as it was in trouble and was diving out the atmosphere to try and get down to air that people could breathe. So that to me was very interesting, and it's become more and more apparent when I see all these fantastic cameras that we've got now, and the clever ways they can turn things over on the screen like that. I mean, this is magic. It really is like magic. As I say, in my day, we got a computer, and it was a huge thing like this, and it could add, multiply, divide, and subtract. And I must tell you, you could go off and have a cup of tea and chat to somebody in a sandwich and come back and be still finishing off. It was so slow because it was all mechanical, you see. And now, of course, we've got to this fantastic time now where you've got all these amazing things, and I often look and think to myself, I'm amazed. But then again, I'm that sort of person. If I see an aircraft and it's taking off, I will look at it because I know it's a flying formula. And it is a very, very complicated thing that's there. It's probably the most perfect thing that man makes when you see one of those aircraft, and they still get into trouble on the very odd occasion, I might add. So, they are very, very good, and you've got highly qualified men flying them, and, we have to look at it. But when we look at the word of Yahweh, he's given us this word, and we should look at it very seriously, because he gives all the answers in there. But visit that site up there. Thank you very much. Bye.